Yo, what's up? What's happening? It's me. This. The day after my birthday, just pulling out of work, a long motherfucking day, camera in and out of focus. Yeah, not too many thoughts today, but I have been plotting and I have been planning. I see the path. But it's fucking littered with all these fucking minds of top quality equipment and a job that can't really pay for it because I spend a lot of money on a lot of different things. And I can't seem to slow down long enough to pay these bills. I mean, my bill get paid, and the lights stay on, and the water keep running, and the heat keep you warm in the winter, and the air keep you cold in the summer. But it's just all the little things that I've accumulated over the years that are weighing on my mind more than anything. It's like it's not even things I need per se for a stream or for anything, just things that I know I'll enjoy and I can use, almost like investing in myself with somebody else's money that I'm gonna have to pay interest on later. Basically credit card debt. That's what I'm talking about. And it just leads me to one of my biggest failures in life: inconsistency. Being consistent. That's one thing that I 110. I'm just not a very consistent person. I do things well most of the time, but the other 25% of the time I fuck some shit up royally. And if I'm not fucking it up, I'm doing some unnecessary, and I'm putting some unnecessary energy into something that isn't gonna help me in the moment, or it could help me in the future. I don't know. Haven't really taken a big deep thought on it. Besides when I was riding with Ruby back from Lexington not too long ago. Basically, this problem of mine, inconsistency, comes from basically where it comes from in my life. I don't quite remember. It's something I wanted to write down when I actually spit it out of my mouth while we were sitting, chilling, talking on the way home. But I know where it's kind of seated itself in my life. And I remember that exact moment, and the exact criticism is a very bad criticism. I can take criticism very well, but I don't know. I guess in this moment I didn't take it well, or it wasn't really given very well. It was a very bad coaching point. But anyway, it happened back in college football. Just a little prequel to this story here. I'm a hell of a football player. I'm one hell of a, I was a killer out there. I was a murderer. I was crazy. I was ready for whatever. From high school on. Besides that first year of high school, I was too big for my body. My mind, my physical, my athleticism hadn't caught up to my body yet, basically. So I didn't. Damn, can I get the fuck over? My athleticism hadn't caught up, and I don't think it really ever has. I'm pretty athletic, but it's kind of like a goofy looking athletic. Damn, why the hell he run like that? But he got the job done. Damn, that was ugly. Some ugly looking athleticism, but he always gets it done. Basically, back then, that was the most consistent time in my life was high school football. From my, my sophomore year all the way up to my first year of college, I was a monster. I was a beast from the East. Man, talk about, like, I could only imagine the things these people said about me while watching film or anything. It's like, this thing breaks off into a couple stories. Like, I was such a beast. Like, they were headhunt. Like, I had a dude headhunt me once. He was trying to take me out, like, kill shot, send me to the hospital, everything. It was the rivalry game. And I was such a player. Like, I had my own play, basically. It's called the 16 special. I played left tackle. So I pull from the tackle position run all the way down past the other tackle position and smack the out of anybody coming around that corner and keep on rolling. And I remember so many times running that play and leading the quarterback down the field to a touchdown. It was like, and if the coach ever asked me, like, yo, what play you want to run? It was, hey, bro, shoot, I want to run that 16 special, bro. Let's go. So we were going against the rivalry team, and man, our quarterback threw a pick maybe mid-game. We was probably already crushing them. One of their best players picked off the ball. He was one of the best players, so I knew who he was. It's a crosstown rival. I've probably seen him walking around, and I wanted a piece of that motherfucker. So I'm like looking, like, as an offensive tackle, but this is high school, so I might have a little something underneath me to get out there and put a little lick on him. So I'm looking, and I wasn't paying any attention to any of my surroundings. Big problem when on punt returns, kickoffs, interceptions. Pay attention to your surroundings, because people can be out there looking for you. So there's a certain somebody on the other team. I won't name any names this time around, like it matters, shit. But a certain somebody is looking for me. I think he was looking for me. I think he was headhunting my ass. So, because I didn't see him till the last fucking minute, like out of the corner of my eye. Like, it was almost like I had eyes in the back of my head the way I seen this dude as I was in the middle of it. And it was like, the instant I seen him, he was ready to unload. He was down low, ready to fucking unleash fucking, like, Harambe up in that bitch. He's like, Harambe, I summon you, Harambe. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's about to kill my ass. So I fucking, like, the instant I seen him down summoning Harambe, I was like, shit. And I fucking just went limp. I was like, look, I'm gonna eat this bitch. I'm gonna eat this fucking hit like it's never, like, man, ooh, I'm about to eat it. I'm gonna eat it so good. Like, I knew I was gonna get hit. I knew it was gonna be good. I knew what was going down. But I was just like, I'm gonna take this hit the best way I possibly fucking can. It's like back in high school when I was young and my adrenaline still fucking got going. So it was like instant fucking slow motion Dragon Ball Z dodging. Like, oof. I didn't dodge him though. He hit me in my fucking chest and went straight up through my chest, all up through here, through my chin, and it just felt in my head, it felt like I was fucking 5 feet in the air, like Debo just said, boof, and like, oh, and I was flying through the air. It felt like that, right? Looking at the tape, I just went like, poof, and fucking fell. So, like, it hit me, went all through this, and as, like, in the middle of it, I felt like it was like slow motion. I felt like I was 5 feet in the air, and I felt like everybody in the fucking stadium seen it, and I was like, shit. And as I'm in the air, it was like I was in the air as long as it took me to, like, come up with a plan. So as I'm up there, I'm like, shit, this is gonna hurt. As soon as I hit the ground, I better get the fuck up. I better get up. I better bounce right back up. And I didn't really have any feeling. It didn't hurt in the moment. So as soon as I hit the ground, I better get back up, fucking everything just went back into full speed. And I fucking hit the ground, heard the whistle blow, play was over, I jump up and I say, like, oh my God, like catching my breath, couldn't talk, couldn't do nothing. I didn't do shit besides put my head down and fucking walk to the sideline because I was like, holy shit. Oh my gosh. So I walked to the sideline and I walked straight over to the bench. The fucking, the damn trainer lady comes over and looks at, like, fucking takes my shoulder pads off, takes a look at me, and I'm like, yo, this is, I'm hurt. I want to go back out there just to show I ain't no bitch, but this hurts. Like, it was some shit that if it wasn't for my pride, I wouldn't have wanted to go back out there. But I don't think I really had a choice. For my pride, for my coaches, for this being a rivalry game, and knowing that this is the thing that people are going to talk about the next day at fucking school, hell no. I'm not laying down for this. There was no other option besides to get back out there and play. To me, boom, nothing. So I was like, I just need to take a minute, get my shit together. I only got like fucking 45 seconds before I got to be back out there. This first play is going to be hell. Like, yo, he got me good. So I'm sitting there trying to stretch it out, get ready. I'm like, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. Time's passing. And I'm like, why is nobody yelling for me yet? Like, why are we not moving? And I turn back and I look at the field, and everybody's like, Nate, you knocked the shit out of him. I'm like, shit. Yeah, that's what I did. Hell yeah, man. This motherfucker, he's my size, a little taller, a little thicker, a lot more athletic. But look, I'm just a hell of a player. Like, my mantra, I do whatever it takes to get the job done, to get where I want to be, to do what I want to do. This might be where it comes from. But, so, this guy's laid out on the field after sneaking me. He snuck me real good. He snuck me so good. So it's like, man, that's what you fucking get. That's what you get, bro. You tried to sneak my ass. I seen you at the corner of my eye. And I told the story to at least 5 people before this dude even left the field. And it's like, dude, that motherfucker's been sneaking people left and right. And we kind of seen it on film throughout that week. He's like, yeah, he likes to sneak people. Like, he tries to take out the other biggest guy on the field. He's a headhunter. I was like, all right, cool. I didn't pay any attention until it fucking happened. And it wasn't even like a successful headhunt. You got fucked up. So this goes into, he gets put on a stretcher, and it probably took us a good 15, 20 minutes to get him off the field. He goes off on a fucking stretcher. I'm like, you sneak me and you go off on a stretcher. You run into the fucking wall, baby. You ran into the wrong one. You fucked up. I was so fucking hype. Like, I'm still fucking hype over that shit. I mean, it's like, how many men can say that they almost got snuck by another man? I did. I got taken advantage of. He tried to violate me. He tried to take advantage of me. And he got violated himself. Don't play yourself. If DJ Khaled if he was big in that time of day, DJ Khaled would have came out on the field and said, don't play yourself. So after the game, my mom is like, yo, be humble. Sit down. You're hurt. I'm going to take you to the doctor and to get a massage. And then, right after that, you're going to go see this dude in the hospital. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm about to walk up in there and show him I'm up and I'm moving around. You're in a fucking hospital bed. In my head, prideful as hell. But I just had to take that moment and just live in it. And it kind of helped me throughout the rest of my football career to run into that. And it might have built some consistency as far as my attitude towards football. But so I went, I seen him, and everything was chill. I just said, hey man, you alright? He's like, yeah, we good. I just did something. He fucked up something in his neck. It wasn't bad. It was all good. He's still walking around. He was still like I even played against him again. I met him at a camp. Whooped his ass there too, though. Too. Not really whooped his ass, but look, another story for another day. Round 2, basically. Embarrassment. It was a straight up embarrassment. For which side you don't know. So that was all good. Had a couple girls from our like girl that he used to talk to in my high school, sitting in there chilling with him. I came, I said, it's good to see you doing all right, cool, I'm good. I was humble in the fact that I told him, I got fucked up, bro. Like, you pulled my fucking trapezius. You hit me in the front and pulled a muscle in the back, but I kept playing, dog. Like, it wasn't no joke. I got hit. I pulled, like, the only reason I know the muscle in your back is the trapezius is for this motherfucker. Thank you for the knowledge and the wisdom and the great ass massage. But that's kind of how besides that moment, I was fucking beat. I was the one out there. I was the football playing motherfucking man. I was kind to everyone. But people that I had a hard time against, I might step on your toes and spit in your face mask and fucking do some dirty shit and talk shit to you for the game. I might do that type of shit. But for the most part, there weren't that many people that were that big of a challenge. So when I knock you down, I help you up. Maybe in the middle of the play. And then I knock you down again. And then I say, sorry. And then I help you up. Man. That was just how things kind of went. And it felt very consistent because I was just big. I was big. I was like, if you looked at my film, it's almost like looking at a pro player's film, like, yo, that motherfucker is the biggest one on the field. Where the hell did he end up? Basically. If you've ever seen a lot of football film of like pro players and just versus their teammates and things like that, unless they went to a big high school or something like that. So I was pretty consistent, leading all the way up until that first year of college. The first year of college, I ran into a lot of guys that were my size and bigger. Oh my god, bigger. Like fucking Harambe's fucking grandfather was there. His name was Eugene fucking Kinlaw. Like, would have went pro, but kind of fucked some shit up. Another story, another day. He was a monster, like straight Georgia monster. We both ended up in a JUCO out in Kansas. Probably just because of grades and shit. Because my grades weren't very good, I had to go to a junior college out in Kansas until I landed down in Troy, where this incident happened. Basically, everything was pretty consistent, and it kind of makes sense after thinking about it. We'll get there though. So I went through that first year at Hutchinson Community College, and I felt like everything went pretty smooth. As far as games, I mean, everything went pretty fucking smooth. I might have messed up one good play, but I was a starter. I was traveling. I was doing it. Everything was. It was almost like every football game at a JUCO is like an all-star game for a high school. The game definitely sped up as far as everybody's a little faster, everybody's a little bigger, and when you get to the junior college. So everything was pretty smooth there until that second year. That second year, I was about to catch a red shirt, or I wasn't gonna make it. Basically, I wasn't gonna make the traveling squad. I was gonna be set on the bench. I was gonna be set to the side. I don't know if that was because of. Matter of fact, when I think about it, it was definitely because I just didn't make it. They didn't feel like they needed me. I don't know if that would have. I think that would have ruined a year of my football career. But what happened was a guy got hurt and I was next in line. Because when you go to a junior, back then I guess, maybe the rules have changed. Back then when you went to a junior college, you can only have so many out-of-state players out-of-state players on your junior college team. You could have all the Kansas people you wanted, but as far as fucking Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and all these other coming from all these other places, you can only have so many people between the offense and the defense. Maybe it's around 15 players, maybe, I think. So there was a guy from Florida. We call him Seabass. He was a little bigger. He was definitely faster. He's nice. He's a nice player. I didn't feel any competition there when it came down to it, because I played right tackle and he played left tackle, and I've only played right tackle to a left-handed quarterback. So guess what? It still makes me the blind side. Unless it was in high school, then I was playing left tackle to a right-handed quarterback, blind side. I always got my homies back. So I ended up playing that year, and just it might have threw me off. I don't know. But my biggest issue when I got to college, and even in high school for that first year, was maybe remembering my plays. Learning my plays always took me a whole fucking year to get my plays down. And once I got those plays down, they were in my head like, man, they were done. You could put in a new one and you could add and you can change it all you wanted. I can lay that play out. I can get it done. It just took me, it's like I was missing, like if I probably would have sat down for an hour and just went over my plays, I probably would have got them a lot faster if I did it every day. But I was like, I fucking go to practice every day. I should know my fucking plays. Shit got tough. Shit got hard. And that's kind of how I went. I played that second year. I knew my plays. I even tried to help the coach come up with different plays and add in different systems of getting the plays down onto the field, which with cards. Like in high school, we had the fucking wristbands with the cards on them, and all the fucking coaches had to do was throw up some hand signals, and boom, the play's in there, and we're fucking rolling. We call it the NASCAR system. So on offense, we did nothing but play, whistle, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play, whistle, 5. It was boom, boom, boom. That's how we mostly beat down our defenses. It's just fucking outrunning them and outgunning them. So we tried that, and it didn't really work because we hadn't been doing it all year. But if shit could have went different. Something else to think about one day. Maybe I could have been a coach that could have, man. If you just take that system and run it, it might be pretty fucking dope. A lot of high schools and colleges probably run it now or ran it then. NASCAR system, Tony Franklin system, all that good stuff. So I went from the junior college, Hutchinson Community College, to Troy University. First year at Troy University, I was a backup. I made the traveling squad. I traveled with the team, but there was only a few games where I got to play. We actually made it out here to Kentucky to play, and that was one of the most hypest moments. I was so fucking hyped for that game. So fucking hyped that the first play I got in, guess what I did? I jumped off sides on offense, knowing the count. And coach took me the fuck out immediately. I was like, the fuck, dude? Like, damn. And throughout that year, practice was real. I mean, it was kind of tough. That first year at Troy, again, it was like an upgrade. The people around me got bigger, faster, stronger. Still nobody hit. I was always told I was pretty good at hitting people, like putting my head on them, putting some hat speed on it, and giving people a little dizzy eyes. But even then, not in the game, not at practice. Nobody really got me wanging in the head. But I can't really say. I don't remember ever getting beat. Like, failure doesn't stay with me very long. So, but I did know that there was a bigger, faster, stronger defensive end across from me every day at practice And I was just trying to freaking hold my own every day until one day I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to put everything that I've ever learned in my life to work right here, right now. And I fucking, like, on a pass play, you see it in, like, pro football where your offensive line will take some steps back, put their hands out, catch the dude, and fucking drive him from there and try to keep him away from the quarterback as the pass play goes on. So we're in a drill that simulates that. So I got back as fast as I could, as low as I could. This dude's running at me, and as soon as he gets within the arm range of me, I fucking punch him right in the damn chest, and he stands up, straight up and down, like my old coach would say, like a honeymoon dick. And everybody was like, oh, shit. Like, because I basically stuffed this fucking... He was pro level. He was supposed to go pro. I don't know whatever happened to him after that year. I was kind of younger and didn't really care what happened to the older guys, besides them getting wins and games and me helping the team win, because I had a whole nother year there. But this dude, I stood him up. And after that, right there, my coach was like, man, why don't you do that shit every fucking time? And I remember him pulling me into his office like, yo, you are the most inconsistent player I've ever met. And that really kind of hurt me. I was like, oh, shit. How do we fix something like being inconsistent? How do we fix that? How do we really get down to the nitty-gritty and fix something like that? In the moment, I was like, I guess at least I'm not in trouble. In the moment, I was like, at least he's kind of complimenting me by saying that I do good things some of the time, right? But over the years, it's really stuck with me. And there was no real coaching after that. Like, you're the most inconsistent player I've ever met. This is what I'm going to do. This is what we are going to do. This is how we are going to work through this. This is how you should go about doing this. None of that. None of it. And it really, it just kind of pisses me off a little bit. Because I wouldn't ever want anybody to feel like that if I was to give them a criticism. Like, okay, and what are you trying to help? Are you trying to help me or are you trying to hurt me? Because you're an adult. I'm miles away from home. How are you going to help me become better? And in the moment, he wasn't, like, I guess because I wasn't a starter, he wasn't worried about me becoming better. It was on me to be a man and grow up and do what I was supposed to do. But I was younger than everyone. I was not younger than everyone, but I was young for my class. I was young for the life I was living. Like, man, it's hard. You're a fucking, what was it? I think I could get into a bar. I might have been 18. I might have been 18. Because I think I was 20 by the time it was all over. It was the first year of Troy. 17, 16, 17, 18. I had to be like 19. I was 19 years old, young, dumb, and full of cum. Definitely full on that shit, because I was straight up not good with any type of... I had no game, no Mac, no nothing. Straight just game and football and get a little homework done here and there. But it really hurt that it's just been something that stuck with me, and it's been more on my mind as I've gotten older. Like, consistency. How do I become more consistent? How do I, like, even my Twitch stream, it even translates into my life and the things that I love to do. Once I get used to doing something and it kind of loses its luster, it becomes a little inconsistent. Football in high school had its luster. I was great. It made me feel good to fucking push people on the ground and help them up and say sorry, and fucking good game and be a motherfucking monster that people talked about and people hunted for. But by the time I made it to college, it was a nice little hobby. It was a nice little hobby that paid for school and I had a good time traveling around with. But other than that, I love me some video games, and that's all I really wanted to do. Even with video games, I'm inconsistent. I go through phases where I don't want to play a fucking game, and all I want to do is go to the gym, walk my dogs, and watch good TV shows, eat good food, experience a lot of life. But I've been playing games pretty tough for the past year because of Twitch. And there's been a couple streams where I've actually just picked up my phone and went for a walk. But is it a normal thing to be inconsistent? Is it something everybody strives for? Is it something that you can actually read a book on and fix? I've actually looked up books. I've looked up YouTube videos. I might have even looked up articles and tried to find out how I could be more consistent. And it all just lines up with the same thing: making a schedule and sticking to it. When you're like, is it a character flaw of my own and maybe many others that you just are born with the genes that make you consistent, hardworking, and blah blah blah? Like, my inconsistencies I know that for a fact that my inconsistencies lead to people thinking that I don't give a fuck, that I don't care about certain things that I'm doing in the moment, when I give all the fucks. And I just hope that, with that said, I just hope that my Twitch people in the community, the Temple community, the Temple Force, the Temple fam, can see that, I try. I do what I gotta do to get where I want to be. I just purchased a bunch of audio equipment, and yesterday I missed the stream because I was trying to get that right. And because I wanted it so right, I spent more time than I really wanted to on it. But consistency, man, I just wish I knew a little more about it. Maybe it's something I could really dive into for myself. Or if you know anything, drop a comment. But I'm almost home. And that was just a couple of long stories, more than talking about consistency. But it's all good. One day at a time. I know the videos will be inconsistent until I see a need to do some editing or something like that. But right now, these are really serving a great purpose for me. And then if they can help anybody out, that'd be great too. I know that in my head, they're becoming more, these videos here are becoming, I want them to become more structured. I want them to become more valuable. I want to actually hit on topics. But that's just the way it rolls. We'll see what happens with this inconsistent mother sucker. About to make it home. Make sure you drop a like, share it with anybody you want. Come through the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thatdisciple. And have a good motherfucking day. Play some games, do your thing, talk your shit. Deuce.